Follow me. A guide is most welcome. Now we shan't lose our way. If we seek further knowledge of the God's way, we ought to make for Batal. Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location. You have our gratitude. Lead the way. There's a ladder here. If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering.
This ox cart's back. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had...
Beg pardon, sir.
My bed calls and a shot.
I suppose we might as well gather what we can.
Looks as good a place as any.
Interested in my wares? The Sovereign's retinue makes to fell the dragon at last. 'Twas a remarkable recovery, really. The man was burnt to a crisp.
Pleasure doing business with you.
What am I supposed to do about it?
As the Arisen commands, so must we abide. Show some haste.
Forgot why I came. Well met, son. How am I doing this? Where did my...
Stomach's growling. Time for an early
Time to get to work.
Wonder if there's any easy work to be had.
A merchant, eh? Have you an entry permit? Hold a moment. That cart has priority. Lord Phaesus is come! Open the gates! So, you seek to enter Batal, I presume? I'll have to check your permit. Go on through.
Mayhap will think this a trifle, but I shall never forget the agony I felt at the coronation. 'Tis most curious that a means of manipulating us should exist, and vexing that it should be in enemy hands.
What to make of this?
A group of they call themselves the Coral Snakes, and they are no common thieves. They are organized and deadly efficient. And worse still, they are without scruples. What say you? Would you lend your aid in catching them? Many thanks, sir. I shall be glad to know someone is doing aught to help us. You all begin by scouring for their hideout. It must be somewhere near the highway. Mayhap you could learn aught by speaking with some survivors of...
Many of our citizens, yet so boundless is Empress Nadinia's mirth. 'Twas she who decreed that no pawn may be forced into unpaid servitude or subjected to acts of violence. Oh, how magnanimous her heart, how
Looking to lay your head, we've soft... Beds aplenty. Many thanks. Go on, have a look.
I'm starving, I am.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life. Only fools devote their lives to toy.
Food? Have you any food? Many thanks. I'm still very hungry. Spare some charity for the poor. Ah!
You there! What do you think you're doing, huh? You keep your hands off him. Don't go thinking you can treat the poor however you like just because you're better off.
Calm down, Hugo. You've got it all wrong. This kind sir has been good enough to share some food with me.
Is that right? Suppose I owe you an apology then, cuz. In my defence, one can't be too careful. There's a child-snatching scoundrel around nearly every corner in these parts. The name's Hugo, by the way. Ain't many folk willing to offer that sort of kindness. Even just one more to pay me no mind. And I'm sorry for before. If you hear...
Many thanks, sir.
There's been more trouble, as if we needed it. Seems they've slipped past this checkpoint and gone right into Batal. If someone doesn't put a stop to them anon, we'll all be sorry. A city, they say you should be thankful for your life, but simply, the trouble happened due south of here. 'Twill be those coral snakes again.
So, after breaking free of the chains of slavery that once bound you to this land, you return of your own volition. This is good. I am relieved to see that you are fulfilling your charge. Now, 'twould be advantageous for you and your pawn to visit the Rockmaster's Burrow in Backbatal. Methinks 'tis where you will find that which you seek. Farewell.
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory. Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle. Master, I discovered a treasure chest hereabouts during my last journey beyond the rift. Shall I guide you to it?
Down your arms.
You're all out.
You hurt yourself.
We are under attack! No one can defend themselves from weapons like Get my hands on you!
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Who are you? Don't ask me. They were honest. Come to think of it, 'twas as we... That's all I know. Thought I'd come back, see if aught was left. You know what? I just remembered. There was a child travelling with us. Wonder if...
Shall we do as that personage suggested, and make for the Rockmouse's burrow?
Pray, allow me to show you the way. Now we are our way.
Unless I am much mistaken, we have cause to visit a place not far from here.
The decision of which task to prioritize is the Arisen's to make.
First blood's always the sweetest.
You all right?
Halt, I say!
Who? Fight.
I'll have you!
Pursuing yon bandit may well lead us to the Fiend's hideout. Come, Master. There is not a moment to lose. Ought we not to pursue the bandit, Master? This might be our best chance of uncovering the Fiend's hideout. I can guide you to the place, Arisen.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Oi! Have you lost it? A child was hurt during today's ruck. Don't hurt children. That's the rule. Don't tell me you forgot.
Sorry. Must have slipped my mind.
It's like that, is it? Huh? That what you gonna tell Lenzo? He says we don't hurt kids. So you better.
Hold it! Who's this, then?
We've got an intruder. I'll go warn Lenzo.
Coming here was the last mistake you'll ever make, cuz.
This looks like trouble.
Son of a...
Mayhap.
Assailants, Master! We must remain vigilant.
You should be.
Better on me, though.
We are to retreat, then.
Where you do not fall prey to the enemy's attack as we pass.
Right you are.
No. Am I going to make it?
Come on, this way. I need to get you out of here fourth. That's what Lenzo said to do. If we ever got raided. So come on, you lot. We're gonna get... He'll keep us all safe. I'm sure of that. They're already here. Run!
Pray, follow me.
You scared? You should be.
I don't stand a chance.
Aye, thanks. We shall come. Those coral snakes must pay for their...
Give no quarter. This appears to be the coral snake's hideout. Capture their leader, the other bandits might be brought to heel. True enough.
Come on then! Come on then!
It's one chicken.
Nice armor you've got. You don't want to die. You look better. Then,
One of us has been poisoned.
Come on, don't drag this out.
That battle took more out of me than I would have liked.
We ought to consider this a lesson. This is what befalls one.
Be ready. Our foes are armed.
I can see it done.
Hey, Hugo! We're out of time, lad. We'll have to scarper. Come in, lad, Joe. But before I forget, here you are. Time for you to make yourself useful. This isn't the first time I've taught an unseasoned whelp the meaning of betrayal. And it shall be the last! Goodbye, lad. Don't be sore. You were a fool, but a useful one.
I can't believe it.
Arrest him!
Lanzo.
A job well done. 'Tis unfortunate that their leader escaped, but I very much doubt. We'll interrogate the lad and see what he knows. Mayhap the coral snakes are still an enigma. Mayhap the lad can tell us more.
It was painful to behold how callously the leader treated that young man. He shed him like an old boot.
'Tis loathsome, being the bearer of such ill tidings. Yon path leads not to our destination. If you would prefer to explore, I shall guide you another time.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
Putting that aside, oft do we call on you to carry the burdens we cannot. I must thank you. Your toil keeps me light on my feet. There's something down there. Is it safe to descend? Beyond repair. Poison ought to be cured with all due haste. Let me get that.
I learned of a forgotten riftstone in this area during my time beyond.
Skeletons! There! We achieved remarkable synchronicity.
Let us aim for greater precision with our next attempt.
Zap into your magic.
Mayhap you'll think this a trifle, but
I will be your shield.
I knew that I could count upon your strength, Arisen.
Turn out your weapon.
Perhaps we could find a way to utilize it. When better to use this but in the midst of battle? Then I shall remain by your side.
I shall see it done.
A ballista. These have quite a long range.
When better to use this but in the midst of battle?
Unless there's coin in it, I'm not
It is a mechanism for hauling freight, and it looks as if it could bear a significant load.
Might we not avail ourselves of its use?
Our master has given us an order. Surely you do not intend to disobey.
There, Master! More harpy!
Shall we do as that personage suggested, and make for the Rock Mouse's burrow? Follow me. I will guide you to the location.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
What business have you here? Does that make you the Arisen? Be at ease. I bear you no ill will. My name is Manella, and I have the honor of serving as a go-between twixt Her Majesty and the Guard. Come, let me buy you a drink. We've much to discuss, and I don't fancy standing round all the while.
Come, I'll lead the way. We have arrived.
The people of Batal view pawns with great prejudice. They're even forbidden from setting foot in the capital. Her Majesty, Empress Nadinia, has long been troubled by this custom, but a practice so ancient isn't easily overturned. Many are unhappy about the existence of this tavern, even though it lies outside the capital, simply because it was established as a place for pawns to gather. I know not what manner of person you are, but if you would aid me in my efforts to make the people of Batal more accepting of pawns... I would be glad to offer you a residence permit. 'Tis a bargain more than fair, for those who hold such permits may remain in Batal without having their activities questioned. What say you? Glad I am to hear it. Take this, then. Simply show it to one of the sentries, and you'll be granted entry to the capital. Oh, and if you encounter any troubled Batali along the way, I bid you assist them. They are harsh in their persecution of the pawns, but were they to be aided by the targets of their ire, mayhap a few stubborn hearts would soften. A simple plan, I know, but 'tis the only one available, or so it seems to me. I bid you good fortune, Sir Arisen.
Well, mister, how's the day treating you then?
Shall we pay Miss Daphne another visit? I find myself wondering how the young lass fares.
Say, have you heard? They find...
Aye, they caught someone. Captain Benjamin's all bent up over it.
Tell Liz.
He's still interrogating the lad, trying to get all he can out.
Well, here's hoping it puts those snakes to rout for the wealth...
Am I shedding? Must be my winter coat growing in.
All knowledge of this, God's way, stems from the forbidden magic research laboratory, which can be found here in Batal. However, you would do well to first travel to the Alta Batal coast and seek a man named Ambrosius. For as a researcher of this laboratory, he will doubtless be able to answer many of your questions.
I shall take this opportunity to observe our surroundings.
Barely scraping by.
You there? Have you a home in Batal? Now, I've noticed you tend to travel with pawns, so I thought you might prefer a home of your own to stay at, rather than a crowded inn. Well, a wise decision, sir. Do be sure to read over... Here you are, dear.
I'd gladly stay here forever if anything could happen. Interested in my wares?
Only here may I plumb the depths of my own soul.
Time to go home and write down. I'd gladly stay here forever.
Where and when I can.
Go on.
Now we can return to this location whenever we've a ferry stone to hand. Over here, if you would. That was hard won. We ought to consider this a lesson. This is what befalls one who lets down their guard. Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
Never. I'm searching for blue crystal shards.
Allow me to lead the way. I can take you to our destination by the optimum route. We're here, and none the worse for wear. We've little need for a campsite at present. Let us return once we've grown tired from our labors.
Well, have you found any blue crystal shards? Is that all? Tiny fragments such still, I expect I'll find a use for them here. 'Tis a god's sway. Well, to be precise, the crystalline substance from which 'tis made. By refining such crystals, anyone can attain the power of the Arisen. the power to command pawns. However, small fragments are meaningless. They cannot contend with the Arisen's power. Speaking of which, should you find any large fragments, bring them to... It is possible larger shards may have been... Mayhap one such as the Oracle or the Dragon Forged would be able to aid you in locating them. It is possible... Mayhap one such as the Oracle...
You haven't forgotten us, have you, Master? I suppose we might as well gather what we can.
The Arisen comes. Is this meeting also by the dragon's design? So long as ye retain your will, you'll find you're bound to it, and it to ye. The Godsway. Forgive me. However, some years past, a sorcerer of Batal came to me. It appeared his intent was to alter the will of the world. Then go, since times of eld. Remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes as well. Then I bid ye farewell. And safe travels.
Tis possible. Mayhap one such as the Oracle.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
By and large, the people of Batal seem to adore their benevolent empress.
Methinks it comes of their mutual devotion. Her Majesty offers up a prayer alongside her people every single day.
Vermin's people bear no such love for their Queen Regent. Though, of course, they have their reasons.
Steady, get the job done. Lots to do, and just enough time.
Ah, yes. I've been questioning Hugo, the bandit we took into custody. The lad's been sent back to his cell for now, but perhaps I could trouble you to talk. I seem to recall that he recognized you. Are you acquainted? At any rate, methinks you might have more success.
Never did I dream you would grow so mighty, Arisen.
Say, have you seen any statues about? Tell is. Quite a number of them were found not long ago. Here's the curious part, though. The things look damn near real. Would that I'd gotten my hands on one. Suppose I'll just have to...
Tis a mechanism for hauling freight, and it looks as if it could bear a significant load.
Might we not avail ourselves of its use?
Might I be of assistance? Avoid their venom at all costs. As the Arisen commands, so must we abide. Show some haste.
I shall not fail you.
Might I be of assistance? Ah, a ballista. These have quite a long range.
This could grant us an edge in battle, if we use it well. By your means. I believe this is intended as a means of transport. It would be interesting to see where it might take us.
I believe we would be remiss not to make use of it. Now here's a surprise.
Our collection grows.
Interesting. I'll carefully conserve... Pray, follow me. I suppose we might as well gather what we can.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Look out! Knackers!
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with everything else.
I knew you would come. Arisen, what you seek answers, and you shall have them. if 'tis within my power to know them. I simply do. The life force, and I am able to perceive it. Such is how I came to know of your arrival in this world, Arisen. Wherever you go, I can find. 'Tis a most useful ability, as I'm sure you will agree. Of course, loath as I am to admit it, I know little of the artifact of which you speak. I sense a land soaked in warmth. A warmth akin to your own, Arisen. To that of the... Yet it now lies many fathoms below the surface of the sea, in a place unreachable by mortal hand. Though 'tis strange, for I sense also that this warmth grows ere near. 'Twould seem a path will be open to you in time, allowing you to venture into the heart of this... Perhaps he who was dragon-forged can tell you more. Seek him out in Harv Village, if you would learn from him.